Thank the gentlelady from Ohio for yielding me this time. I want to thank both the gentlelady from Illinois and the gentleman, the most very gentleman from New Jersey for providing this opportunity here to speak tonight on something that I think is very important. You know, as a member of the CBC, a very proud member, I'm here because we rise to commemorate a slice of American history that speaks to the spirit that is America. We rise to acknowledge the sacrifice and the forethought of a generation whose risks were ultimately America's reward. We rise to recognize the American heroes and sheroes of Selma on the 50th anniversary of this bloody Sunday. From Selma, we learned that sometimes protests and objections that are deemed un-American today may later be considered the greatest manifestations of American democracy. From Selma, we learned that because of a young person's protest today, he may be called an outside agitator, a troublemaker, or even a provocateur. But that same young person, because of that same activity, may later be called courageous, a hero, or even a congressman. Yes, from Selma, we learned that ordinary people can do extraordinary things when they are on the side of righteousness. Selma taught us, as Dr. King suggested, that it is always the right time to do what's right. But at the time of that fight, the likelihood that this generation of young dreamers would be successful in transforming an entire society seemed slim. But they persevered anyhow. In the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, these young people fought for what was right no matter the consequence. Today, we must learn from their example. We must persevere in the fight for working families, despite those that believe that there should be no floor for the poor and no ceiling for the rich. We must protect the precious right to vote for all people. We must persevere despite the fact that there is little reward for fighting for people who cannot fight for themselves. And we must fight for what is right and not what is popular. We must remember that it is our legacy to fight on the side of righteousness when we debate giving access to health care, access to education, access to the right to marry, and access to just plain old justice. I look forward to this collective will and this collective commitment of the CBC because I know that we can never forget Selma. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield back my time. Thank you to the gentlelady of Ohio.